God knows how to bring promises to pass, but you have to stay open to how it's going to happen.
Don't ever say, God, don't you love me? You always say, God, I know you love me. I don't care what's happening in my life. I know that you love me.
I want you to go out and find somebody to mentor during this crisis, or go sit at the feet of somebody that needs to mentor you, and start maximizing your time with people.
Listen to me closely. But we've been programmed to fail. Did you hear what I just said? We were born. We're made in the likeness and image of God. It doesn't get any better than that. And been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth, including the adversities that we face.
My mother said, Leslie, if you run around with 9 broke people, I guarantee you'll be caught number 10. Well, come to find out, Mama was right. She only had a 3rd grade education. But the studies indicate that you earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. So poverty and living a mediocre life is communicated mind to mind. And so your relationships can hold you down, or they can lift you up. I teach people to practice the principle of OQP, only quality people. If you're the smartest one in your group, you need to get a new group.
Your body naturally will feel the effects of what you've created in your mind. And a lot of you guys are on the receiving end of something that happened to you, a heartbreak, a situation, disrespect, feeling vulnerable, and so it's very natural for something that you've experienced to replay in your mind over and over and over. But if you change your mind, it'll change your life.
Your perception of who you are, you've got to change it. And most of our perceptions are other people's concepts of us, and therefore we don't have self-concept, we got other concepts. What is your perception of who you are? And the second one, why do you think you exist? You got to discover that you were born for something. Some reason, there's some purpose for your life. If you don't discover that, you'll always have a job.
I'm still a work in progress. I'm flawed. I have my own issues, problems, and situations that I'm working through. But I do understand clearly that I'm much more further along than a lot of people. And so I feel like I'm putting my hand out there and hoping to relate, and hoping that you can relate to what I'm saying and what I'm speaking on.
If you're a person where all your friends come to you with their problem, that's because they see something in you. You're more balanced and stable. But you got to remember this whole saying. If you're the smartest person in your group, you need a new group. It ain't nothing bad. You just got to upgrade people in your life. You cannot be the go-to person in the group. So, just upgrade your friends. Don't worry about it. You have a gift. You solve problems all the time. You know what people pay for in this country? They pay for expertise in this country. The moment you're an expert at something in America, you can make $1 million. All you got to do is be an expert at one thing.
I asked Dad one time, I said, Dad, how do you know that people need encouragement? Because he was encouraging everybody. I said, how do you know they need to be encouraged? He said, son, let me explain this to you. If they're breathing, I love this. If they're breathing, they need to be encouraged. That's exactly how my father lived his life. He called encouragement the oxygen of the soul.
When you're an eagle, you're meant to rise up. We don't rise up when everything's going well. We rise up regardless. You're trained to rise up on your worst day. That's who you are. In the worst of circumstances. No place for whining, complaining, being anxious, being negative. It's totally unnecessary.
All your circumstances may say you'll never fly. You don't have the training, the experience. Thoughts will tell you you'll always be grounded. No, get ready. Your wings are coming. Where you are is not permanent. God did not create you to crawl, to go through life lonely, struggling. He created you to soar, to take new ground, to go further than you thought possible. Now quit being discouraged by what you see. What you see is subject to change. You don't know what God is up to. You don't know what He's doing behind the scenes.
Eagles live on another level. Eagles think on another level. Eagles dream on another level. Eagles function on another level. If you had somebody reject you, leave you, stop crying about it. It was just chicken.
I now realize how true. So you don't know the truth until you obey the word. Now, God give me strength to preach this. God give me strength to preach this. God, you keep asking God to explain it, and he keeps telling you to trust it.
Now, the fact is, goals aren't going to achieve themselves. And even the smallest act makes you one step closer. Even the smallest step is progress. Now, listen to me, friends. Taking action daily, on a daily basis, every day, is the most important step toward your success.
I was number 3 behind Michelle Obama for a long time. Until my book sold out. Yeah. And I was a guy just 21 years ago who was 300 pounds, could barely read and write, and now I have a book just 2 spots behind Michelle Obama, just because I was afraid. But you overcome those fears, guess what happens? The whole world, you unlock this door, and everything opens back up again.
Receiving is like the ocean. Well, the problem is, some people go to the ocean with a teaspoon. What I suggest you do in view of the size of the ocean is trade your teaspoon for at least a bucket.
All of the great discoveries, great inventions, great deeds that have lifted man up from his animal existence have been wrought out of the actual by the perpetual thinking of and visualizing these things by their authors. These grand characters clung to their vision, nursed it until they became mighty magnets that attracted out of the universal intelligence the realization of their dreams. Whenever we make our demand upon the brain by desire, that part responds in growth. Don't let go of your desire. Whether it be music, art, literature, business, or a profession, hold on to it. No matter how dark the outlook, keep on visualizing your desire, and light and opportunity will come to enable you to make it a reality. Whatever the Creator has fitted you to do, He will give you a chance to do, if you cling to your vision and struggle as best you can for its attainment. The opportunities for boys and girls to bring out whatever the Creator has implanted in them are 10 to 1 today to what they were 100 or 50 or even 25 years ago. The great danger in our time is not lack of chance or opportunity, but of losing our vision, of letting our ambition die. Most of us, instead of treating our desires, seriously trifle with them as though they were only to be played with, as though they could never be realities. We do not believe in their divinity. We regard our heartbeats, our soul yearnings, as fanciful vagaries, romances of the imagination. Yet we know that every invention, every discovery or achievement that has blessed the world began in a desire.
Release control of how it's going to happen. God is about to do unusual things, out of the ordinary, unprecedented. You're not falling behind. You're about to receive a phone call, a good break, a promotion. Your health suddenly turns around.
If your life and your surroundings is a nightmare while you're awake, those same nightmares are going to continue into your sleep, because the mind doesn't turn off because you close your eyes to go to sleep and rest. You can think yourself into a depression. Keep thinking and replaying and thinking and replaying, playing the same over and over and over in your mind.
Too often we say, oh, I'll be happy when I just get that promotion. I'll be happy when I just land that contract. I'll be happy when I just have more money. I'll be happy when I just what? You won't be any happier when you reach your goals than you are right now. It just doesn't work that way. Abraham Lincoln said it best. He said, you'll be as happy as you make up your mind to be. Right now, whether you're on your way, whether you've already gotten there, you'll be as happy as you make up your mind to be now. Right now. Being happy on the way doesn't mean you can't aim for great things. After all, Look at everything Franklin accomplished in his lifetime. It means that big achievements come one small advantage at a time. It means that you've got to enjoy the journey. It means that you must enjoy and take pride in your little accomplishments. It means enjoying who you are becoming in pursuit of your eager desire every day, every single day.